So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today in this video, let's try to understand the karmic footprints that are specifically connected with the Rahu and Ketu axis in your D9 Navamsha chart. And even in the later part of this video, I'm going to discuss with regards to planetary conjunctions that are forming with your Rahu and Ketu axis. First of all, you need to understand one very important thing here. Rahu and Ketu, they are actually a very karmic energies in Vedic astrology. And when these energies eventually go into the divisional charts, it may be Navamsha Kundli, Dasmansha Kundli, so they are going to have some sort of stored amount of karmas that are particularly going to be present over there. And by just looking into your divisional charts, you can easily understand what are the karmas that are going to be associated with this Rahu and Ketu axis. The first important thing is the tug of war kind of a situation. These are the two extreme end energies. One energy will always try to pull you in its own direction. And second energy will always try its hard to, okay, let me take this individual in this direction. Now it totally depends upon the dignity or the strength of both of these planets, like which energy is going to take you 50-50 or this might going to be 60-40 ratio. But these energies, they will always exert some sort of pressure inside the houses. So when I say houses, suppose they are actually posited in the 2nd and the 8th axis, 4th and the 10th axis. So with regards to the significance of these particular areas, Rahu and Ketu, they are going to exert some sort of a pressure. Rahu will not want you to become extremely spiritual person and Ketu will not want you to become extremely materialistic person. So that is going to be a tug of war situation that is going to be happening specifically in the Navamsha Kundlis. Even most importantly, when I discussed about the karmic footprint or some amount of a stored karma, you can just try to study the significance of the planets with regards to the Rahu and Ketu axis. For example, planet Sun is in conjunction with Ketu in your Navamsha Kundli, and Surya, planet Sun, is a significator of a father. That is also going to be the representation of all your ancestors. These have the ability to give you light. These have the ability to give you wisdom. These have the ability to give you knowledge. So Sun is a very powerful planet. So when specifically, for example, Surya is getting in conjunct with Ketu in your Navamsha Kundli, it shows there are going to be some stored amount of karmas that are particularly associated with your father. And because of that stored amount of karma, Surya with Ketu, that will eventually going to unfold only after marriage. Before marriage, these karmas are going to be in the stored form and it become very difficult for you to eventually understand what is the karmic footprint that is eventually governed by my Rahu and Ketu axis in my Navamsha Kundli. But that unfolding factor is only going to happen immediately at the time of your marriage. Specifically the planets like Surya, Mangal, Shani, okay, Mars and Saturn. If these malefic planets, specifically if they are in conjunction with the Rahu and the Ketu axis, then these individuals, they are going to experience that amount of stored karmas that eventually yet not come forward in their life. Many a time, sometime it might going to take more than 30, 40 and 50 years of lifespan for you to understand what are the unfolding of karmas that are particularly associated with my malefic axis. Because malefics in conjunction with Rahu and Ketu axis is not a good thing in Vedic astrology. Specifically, I will tell you, most of the charts, over 80 to 90% of the charts, you are immediately going to see the results at the time of obtaining a childbirth. Because malefics are in conjunction with Rahu and Ketu axis, most of the time this is coming because of some sort of a family curses that are eventually present in your chart. It is not necessary you are responsible for that thing. It may be your father, your grandfather, or from your maternal side as well. It may be your mother, grandmother. So you need to pay attention towards specifically Surya and Chandra as well. That is planet Sun and even planet Moon. If these two, Sun and Moon, if they are in conjunction with the Rahu and Ketu axis, suppose this some sort of a doshas are eventually coming in my life, although you are going to become professionally successful, going to earn a lot of money, going to have a very stabilized career, business, everything, name, fame, recognition, even going to have the ability to have an average kind of a married life. But when it comes to the childbirth, progeny part, like, okay, let me take my child into this present life so that my ancestors or they are going to get fulfilled. So this is going to be your karmic duties that you need to fulfill. Most of the charts I will tell you, I have seen specifically with Mangal Ketu and Shani Ketu na, this will eventually going to create the halting factor in front of you to carry forward your family lineage. Because in most part of our country, the boy's last name is getting attached with the female's name after marriage. So it means if some boy is actually going to get, if you are getting married and some childbirth in the like form of boy you are going to receive in your life, it clearly signifies you have the ability to carry forward your family lineage. But if suppose daughters are coming and there is no boy is coming, then this have the ability to block that part in front of you. And that blockage part is particularly going to be seen with the Rahu and Ketu axis and its affliction either with Saturn, either with Mars, either with Surya or some other planets as well. The thing which I have told you, that is applicable to over 80 to 90% of the charts. So I'm not saying like this is applicable to all the 100% of the Kundalis, but most of the charts you will see these kind of things. On the other hand, if these axes, the Rahu and Ketu, if they are getting strongly in connection with your benefic planets like Brihaspati, Jupiter, planet Moon, even planet Mercury as well, then what is going to happen, the energies of that Rahu and Ketu axis along with the benefics have the ability to pull you towards both the directions. Like this is going to be an equal force they are going to exert. In the case of malefics, the force is not going to be 50-50%. You only need to obtain or choose one particular pathway. You cannot do spiritual sadhana along with the materialistic things if malefics are in conjunction over there. Whereas on the other hand, if benefics are in conjunction with Rahu and Ketu axis, yes, these planets have the ability to give you one advantage or consider one edge over the other planets. Because benefics, suppose if they are in conjunction, planet like Venus, Brihaspati, Chandrama, Moon, then if Venus is specifically conjunct over there, it shows karmic footprints that are interconnected between you and your married. So here the marriage and the married life is going to be a very, very karmic kind of a bond. You have the ability to manifest some of the biggest karmas because of this particular Venus. Even with planets like Brihaspati, Moon, if they are in conjunction with Ketu and with Rahu, they have the ability to make you extremely spiritual. Benefics in the Navamsha chart, most of the time they have the ability to behave more in a spiritual way. Their main purpose is in life is actually to create or find a balance between my personal, my professional, my family life as well. So benefics are more tilted towards that area. But malefics conjunction in the Navamsha along with Rahu and Ketu axis is not going to be considered as a good thing. Even some of the family curses that are particularly associated with some sort of a suicidal deaths, robbery, theft, any other sort of malefic things, some of the fight happening between the siblings and maybe the family members as well. So these are going to be the particular karmas which are associated with the malefic planets. And they are going to be stored karma. I told you these are the stored form of karma which you can eventually see only happening after marriage. Before marriage, suppose these planets are not fully activated yet, they are not going to show you the exact amount of karma what is happening over there. So first of all, it is preferable to have these two planets sitting all alone without any conjunction. Because one thing you need to understand, here is the D1, that is your Lagna chart. Suppose irrespective of the ascendant you are, suppose you are going to be Aries ascendant, natural Kal Purush Kundli. Now for example, the 5th house is governed by the sign of Leo, whose lord is Surya. So if Surya is going in the difficult positions in the Navamsha Kundli, particularly Scorpio, Aquarius Navamsha, or in conjunction with Rahu and Ketu axis, it means your 5th house have some sort of stored karma that will only unfold after marriage. If any other planet like 7th house lord Venus is connected with the Rahu and Ketu axis, So Venus is the controller of your 7th house here. In the similar manner, you can study from different ascendant perspectives as well. If you are a Gemini ascendant, Cancer ascendant, or any other ascendant, you need to study these karmas. And specifically, I will tell you with regards to family. Many of you are going to ask me these questions like why I'm particularly born in this family. My circumstances might going to be different. I born and brought up into some different families. So why I'm only coming from this family lineage? If you want to study more with regards to your ancestors also, what are the kind of karmic footprints or what are the amount of karmas, whether they have performed some good karma or some bad karmas, pay attention towards Navamsha Kundli. This is going to show you the exactly what is the representation of over there, whether your grandparents, your either from mother or the father side, they have did some pretty good karmas or not. That is eventually going to be seen only through the Navamsha Kundli. And planetary conjunction is going to show you exactly, they are going to show you like this is the stored karma that I need to experience. Now if you ask me, is there a way to nullify it? No. Even you can perform whatever remedies you want to do at your end, because remedies also work up to some extent. As an astrologer, we don't have the ability to change your planetary alignments. We just have the ability to look and show you the direction or the pathway. So like this direction is good for you or that pathway is good for you. But eventually we don't have the ability to particularly change your planetary alignments over there. So I hope you have found some deep insights in this particular video with me. If you have any queries, any consultation with regards to your footprints of Rahu and Ketu access in the Navamsha Kundli, do contact me at my email ID. And I will try my best to respond you as soon as possible. Till then, please subscribe my channel below and make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video, and kindly share my YouTube channel with your friends and family members who are in love with Vedic astrology, and I will try my best to keep on posting more and more videos like that. So till then, please take care of yourself and may God bless you. Bye-bye.